Good morning, grand rising, and welcome to your tomorrow that was granted to you because God kept you through the night. Welcome back, everybody. A terrific Tuesday to you. I pray that you slept well and that you had sweet dreams and that you have awakened this morning refreshed and renewed and revived and ready to start your day. I am grateful to be here, y'all, because it could have been the other way. It could have been the other way. So count your blessings this morning and thank God for breath and for life and the ability to get up and move and breathe and have your being all on your own without the assistance of a person or machine. So if you're in that spot like I am, you better say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So welcome, everybody. For those of you who have been riding with me, thank you. I appreciate you. I do. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. And for those of you who are just getting on this journey with me, welcome. I hope you ride with me. And I hope that something that I say will just touch your soul and that you'll be able to be refreshed and renewed and motivated. So these AM with Kim, here we are. It's morning motivation. It's that little bit of nugget of wisdom, if you will, to get your day going, and that spark, that encouragement to pick you up to face a new day. So welcome to AM with Kim. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can know when the videos drop. Like the video, comment on the video if it resonates with you, and then share it with your family or friends if you feel so inclined. But even if you don't, I'm still going to do these videos, y'all. I'm still going to do it because this is the platform that God has called me to, this little piece of my purpose and this little corner of my calling. So I'm going to do it. And I appreciate you riding with me. So thank you for those of you who are supporting me. I appreciate it. I do. I don't take it lightly. And it's growing, and it's going to grow to what God will have it to be. So, I'm going to do what I do in the meantime. All right, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your smoothie, your oatmeal, whatever it is you're sipping on or whatever you're eating on, and sit back and ride with me if you're in your car, or sit back at your cubicle or your desk or wherever you are, at work, at home, and just go with me for a few minutes as I try to give you a little bit of encouragement here this morning. All right, y'all? So here we go. The quote for today says, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." We are all becoming. I said this in my other video. If you think you have arrived, go back and check yourself. You have not arrived. You have not gotten to 100% total wholeness and completeness and greatness. We're a work in progress. Now, you should be better than you were last year this time. You should be better than you were last week. But we're evolving. We're becoming, and we're not gonna reach our greatest self right away. It's a process. So I wanted to stop out and say that you're not what happened to you. I am not what happened to me. We have all had terrible experiences. We could sit down and share some of our war stories, and it would make people's body cringe. Some of the things that we've had to endure, some of the hardships and the heartache and our heartbreak that we've had to endure, some of the negative stuff that we've imposed. Life's. I love the term. Life is life, and life is gonna life. Stuff is going to happen to you. And, unfortunately, as kids, growing up, we had traumas, we had drama, we had stuff that was infused into us that we didn't even know. Because like I said, as I'm doing my work, I'm tapping into some stuff. I was like, wow. I didn't even realize, from young that you carry all of this stuff with you. But it gets heavy. That baggage, because you know what, as you go through the years, you add more stuff to the baggage. You add more stuff to the baggage because our experiences create those things that we hold on to. And we unfortunately allow them to shape who we are or have an influence on who we are. And what happened to us is not who we are. It's not the final say. It does play a part on how we think, how we move, how we speak, how we love, how we operate. It does. I'm not, negating that. I'm not belittling that. But what I am saying is it does not define who we are and who we become. It just helps to shape us. And if you can use it and you can flip it and take that negative and flip it and use it for your energy to get you to your positive, then it was worth it. It was worth it. But you have to embrace it. And the pain doesn't feel good. It does not. The experiences, we try to just bury them. You know what? I don't even want to go back there. I don't even want to think about it because it just triggers me. It makes me feel bad. I just don't like how it feels in my spirit. So I'm just going to forget about it. I'm going to sweep it under the rug. But guess what? It's still under the rug. It's still under the rug. So pull that rug back. Get your what do you call it? The broom and the dustpan and sweep it from under the rug. Sweep it up in that dustpan, look at it, face it, address it, and then dump that mess in the trash can. If you're carrying it around in your heart, address it, deal with it, acknowledge it, purge it, and then it's going to get patched up. It is, but it should not control you. It should not cripple you. It should not deter you from the greatness that is coming your way. Because guess what? We can really hinder our progress and we can really block our blessings if we allow the stuff that clouds our eyes and stones our heart to get in the way of the great things that are due to us. Just because we've experienced the negative stuff, just because we have unfortunately had to experience some stuff at the hands of people who, whether knowingly or unknowingly, did something to us that has etched what seems to be a permanent spot in our soul, our heart, our spirit. It's not permanent. It's not permanent if we don't allow it to be permanent. If we address it and we identify it and we figure out what it is, why it, it has that kind of power over us or on us, and then we unpack it. We throw it away. We don't keep carrying it around because that luggage is going to get heavy. It's going to get heavy. And then eventually, when you go get on a plane, you got that, what is it, a 50-pound maximum? Once you get to the 50 pounds, they're not going to let you on the plane. You're going to have to start taking stuff out, throwing stuff away, reshuffling stuff, or pay for a whole new bag. Who going to keep paying for an extra bag? No, because the payment is a strong cost for you. So don't add an extra bag cost on. Take the stuff out of the bag and let it go. It does not define who you are. It does not say your future is this way and it's gonna be that way because you experience these things and because you have this hurt and because you have this trauma and because you have this pain. Yes, I'm not invalidating your trauma and your pain because it's real. I have mine. But I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to let it block me. I'm not going to let it get in the way of all of the greatness that I have in store for me. I'm letting it go. Because guess what? What's coming is better than what's been. Y'all better start speaking that. What is coming is better than what's been. And so let it go. Remember, keep it in your mind so that you know, so that you can identify it, so that moving forward, you have peace. Like, oh, man, I let that go and I am lighter. I feel good. And guess what? You can't do it all on your own. You can't always do it on your own. And so here's why I circle back around to my God. Because guess what? That's why I am able to have the strength that I am to endure some of the things that I've had to endure. But God, Kim can't take credit for this. I had nothing to do with that. But God. But God's strength when I was weak. He says strength is made perfect in weakness. I'm here only because of the strength of God. I'm here because He held me. He kept me. He worked on my heart. He helped me to unpack. He helped me to mend up. I told y'all the other day, He sewed up some of those tears. He patched up some of those holes. And while you can't see it on the outside, I know where it used to be. I'm remembering because I don't want to repeat it. But I'm better because I let God do his work. And we all have different levels of stuff that's happened to us. So I venture to say, again, like I said in my other video, if you got some tears in your spirit and in your soul, call on the great seamstress, the great tailor. He will sew you up. He will tack those pieces. Man, I'm just amazed when I see seamstress and tailors do their job, because they can cut away this fabric, put it back together, and you didn't even know that there was a cut there because they done fixed it all up, and they sewn it up, or they done patched it up, and they can take an old raggedy looking outfit and make it something brand new through stitching and patching and the work of their hands, because they're gifted. And so we have the great tailor at our expense who will mend up those tears, who will patch up those holes. Hey, you know what? You might need a whole rewiring. You know what? My system, I need to rewire my mind. I need to rewire my heart. I need a whole overhaul of my rewiring. I need my whole electrical system rewired. Guess what? You got the great electrician. Come on. You got the great electrician who will rewire. He'll get them circuits all twisted up and put together, and he will ground it. I know, my brother used to do electrician. You had to ground that electricity so you don't get shocked and all of that, and put these wires with this and cover it up with this. But the great electrician, he already knows how to do it. So he'll rewire you if you need to. And guess what? If your whole house needs a rebuilding, because I transferred my whole house. I did a whole rebuild. I was like, you know what? I don't even like this whole house. I'm going to rebuild my whole structure. And so guess what? You got the great carpenter who is going to lay the foundation. And you got the great drafter who's going to get them blueprints ready and get you all remodeled. And then the carpenter going to come in there and put them layers together and rebuild the whole house. Hey, and if your heart needs work, because that's where the basis of everything comes. That's where we function or not function, because of the heartache and the heart pain and the stuff that's ripped us to our core. But guess what, y'all? You got the great cardiologist at your disposal, the heart doctor. He will fix up that heart. He will hold it in his hands and he will care for it. And you won't even know you had any heart issues. Or at least if you'll remember that you had heart issues, but you'll also see that I am better. Like I can walk a little longer without getting winded. I can go up these stairs without getting winded. I can get on this treadmill. I can do, and then you'll see that, my heart is strong. Thank you, great cardiologist. You can do it for us. So know where your help comes from. And I'm telling you, that's where my help comes from. And so, yes, hold to God's unchanging hand. And guess what? He's the great potter. We're the clay. He's the potter. He will mold us. He will shape us. He will remodel us. He will take it. And you know what? Can put a little water on it, get that clay going again, and shape it and shape it and shape it again until it's something beautiful again. So we don't have to stay in the muck and the mire. We don't have to let our experiences and the negative things and the trauma and the heartache and the pain that has attached to our lives control the rest of our lives. Your next is greater than your last. It is. And guess what? I said it yesterday. Close the whole book. I closed the whole book of that part of my life, and I have started a new book, but I'm not the author. I gave up the pen. I gave up the typewriter, y'all. I gave up the control of the story to the ultimate author, who is the author and finisher of our faith. The work that he started, he's going to finish it, and he's going to write the bestseller, y'all. Let him be your publicist. Let him be your editor. Let him be your writer. He writes a better story than we do. He really does. He really does. And so don't get stuck in your stuff. Your burdens and your heartbreak, they don't bound you. They lead you to your breakthrough. Your pain, I said, your pain has a purpose. It really does. It really does. But you gotta be willing to address it. Don't sweep it under the rug. Address it. Go full force in it and get your help. Know where your help comes from. Get the source of your help. And I was thinking about an analogy that I could use. And I remember back in the day, y'all, we used to have, and again, I'll date myself, but I don't care. I tell people how old I am. I'm going to be 55 in September. I am fabulous. I am 50-licious. You better ask somebody. So I digress, but there is, back in the day, we had phone booths. Y'all young people don't know anything about a phone booth. So my mother used to always say, keep a quarter on you so you can call. But there was the white pages and the yellow pages. And they had, there were sections. They had the residential sections, so you could look up people's names by their last name, and you could find their address and their phone number. And then they had the business section where you could look up, and it was categorized by, in alphabetical order by businesses, and you could see their little ad and see their address and see the services that they offer and their address and their phone number. And because we have all of those, we have, the technology at our hand, at our disposal, where I can just ask Siri or go to Google or, whatever. We didn't have all of that. So we had to resort to the white pages and the yellow pages and make sure we had that quarter to make that call if we needed to make that call, because we didn't have cell phones back then, not until later, not until I got to college at least. And so I say all of that to say, now we have, our GPS, this global positioning system, and you can pop that GPS on and put in the address or put in the destination or where you want to go, or a restaurant, a destination, whatever else. And I'm famous. I use Waze. I get in the car and I put Waze on all the time because I know where I'm going. But if I run into something, it'll divert me and it'll take me around. But I'm here to tell y'all, we got our own GPS system. It's the God's positioning system. It's the Bible. And it's got 66 books in there. And they like them white pages and them yellow pages. Everything you need to find. The numbers you need to call. They there in them chapters and those verses. And if you don't have your quarter to make that call, all you need to know is one name. The name above every name is Jesus. And guess what? You might not have a quarter, you might not have your phone near you, but if you know how to call on that name, your help is coming. It's coming. So unpack that mess, y'all. Unpack it, address it, and don't let it keep you from the beauty that is on its way to you. Because life can be as beautiful as we make it. But we got to allow the stuff that covers our eyes and that blocks our heart. We got to remove it so that we can see clearly. And we got to break down those walls so that we can love genuinely and receive it. Give it genuinely and be open to receive it. So that's my motivational moment for today. But I did, and I wrote down here, I told y'all I got my notes. But I wrote down, I was driving in the car the other day, and I gotta share this. I drove and I was crying. I'm gonna try not to cry right now because it spoke to my spirit. And this is a good way to end this. Just to remind you that your pain has a purpose. It does. And, your flaws don't mean that you're not great. They just mean they have shaped who you are and who you're becoming. We are becoming. So as long as you tell yourself, I am becoming, I'm evolving, and I'm taking the pain from my past and I'm helping it to rebuild and restructure me as I move to my future. And so I was riding in the car the other day, and I like to listen to words. And sometimes I've heard the song 50 times, but because I was in a different place at the time, as I'm driving and I'm reflective and I'm feeling some kind of way and whatever else, and I'm, addressing some things in my life and in my heart, and I listen to the words. It's Marvin Sapp's Kind God. I just got to read you the first 2 verses. Go and listen to the song and let it speak to your spirit. Ooh, and you're going to cry. I'm going to tell you, you're going to cry, especially if you're in a place where you're trying to heal and you're trying to get better and you're trying to move forward. It's going to cry. It's going to break you all the way down, but it's going to make you feel good in your spirit. It's going to remind you that my pain has a purpose. So I'm going to read it to you. So if I'm not looking at it, I'm reading these notes because I don't want to get it wrong. But go and listen to it. Marvin Sapp's Kind God. It says, how kind of God to think of me, to plan each step so patiently, to rewrite dreams I thought I'd lost, love on the cross, how kind of God. That's the first verse. The second one is what broke me down. It says, how kind of God to bring me pain. How kind of God to bring me pain. Come on, let's get ready. Come listen. Woo! How kind of God to bring me pain. For there are things in me that pain can change. I'm not fond of tears or how much they cost. But if hurt is worth the price for what I've lost, how kind of God. Love on the cross. How kind of God. Ooh! How kind of God to bring me pain. For there are things in me that pain can change. I'm not fond of the tears or how much they cost. But if hurt is worth the price for what I lost, how kind is God? That's a great place to start. Stop. Because I'm about to cry. Because God, that is... Let your pain have a purpose. Let it work its work in you and move you to the next best level in your life. But you can only do that. Well, I can only do that. I can't speak for you, but I could only do that because I allowed God to have his work in me and to do the things I needed to do. I needed him to do to help me do the things I needed to do. Because faith without works is dead. If you're not doing your part, you're not going to, God can do and be everything that you need. But if you're not taking those faith steps, you're going to stay right where you are. So that's my motivational moment for today, y'all. I hope it blessed somebody's soul because it blessed my soul. Oh, man. So there you have it, y'all. Have a blessed and beautiful day on purpose. Let the sun, the S-O-N and the S-U-N brighten your day, brighten your heart, fill up those spaces and give you a new life, a new breath, a new lease on life. Because what's coming is greater than what's been. Have a blessed and beautiful day on purpose. I'm going to leave you with my charge. Be good to somebody. Be gracious. Be kind. Extend a helping hand. Do a good deed. And all of those things don't cost you any money. They just cost you a little bit of time and compassion. So everybody, be good to at least one person today. Be the reason why at least one person smiles. And while you're being good to somebody, please be good to yourself because you cannot pour from an empty cup. That's it. That's all, y'all. Have a great day. Speak life over yourself. Speak life over everybody that you encounter. And most importantly, spread love. Because love is going to change the evil in the world. Let your light shine. It's going to dispel the darkness. And just be your best self. Be your best self. God bless you, y'all. Have a blessed and beautiful day on purpose. From my heart to yours, I love you. See you in the PM with PM with Kim. All right. See you soon.